Hey guys, Gamer of Gamers in the Zone, here with another episode of Epic Battle Fantasy 3. In the last episode, we've made it just about as far as this dragon boss over here, and we have done, aside from what's on the other side of the boss, we have done just about everything else that's interesting in the game. So everything else I've already done on my own time. So I've gone as far as to get all the remaining secret medals. All that's left now is the Beast Scholar one for scanning all foes, the Burnt Treasure one for finding all chests in Volcano Peak, a Mystery one. I know what this one is, and I'm pretty sure, similar to the previous ones here, it'll be just for defeating this dragon boss. And these ones up here are just for beating the game, and then you get a different one depending on the difficulty, but you can get all three of them if you can beat it on epic difficulty. One thing that I did kind of miss, that I didn't show on the recording, is the giant red slime. That's something I added to the bestiary that I did not get in my recordings, which is a massive flame slime, cast fire spells, also immune to magical damage. So yeah, that's all that I really missed, leaving only a few left, and I believe these remaining ones will be, of course, this boss as well as the final area. So that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Also offline, I took the time to max out my level, max out all of our stats, basically max out everything, so all of our skills are now maxed out. So yeah, there's nothing else really to level up at this point because, yeah, level 30 is the max level, which is, I believe, the preferred level you'll want to have when going up against this boss here. Oh, hi there, big guy. Which of your heads should we lop off first? Now, since there are those explosives right there, of course, like always, we're going to start the fight by upping our defenses. Then, of course, I'm going to get a scan going here. Starting with Caesars. Let's see what this is about. Level 30. Yep, this boss is at level 30, so you'll want to be at level 30 for this. Type Red Hydra Head. Attacks with holy skills and heals allies. Can inflict dispel. Of course, there goes that. Now, since we are only at the start of the fight, the good news is that these heads won't do much at the moment. That's the good news. Bad news is that we are in a little bit of trouble right now, since I'm still needing to take the time to get some stats up, and Lance's defenses are down currently. So I believe to start, I'm going to want to... What do I want to start with here? Why don't I just start out with a power metal to keep us all at full health? Because I have no idea what to expect. Well, not completely full health. We keep going with that attack. All the big blast attacks is what we're having to deal with right now. Luckily, it's not that big of a deal as long as we keep our defenses up and keep the regen activated. Lance, go ahead and take a scan on the middle head, Blaze. Another Red Hydra Head. Attacks with fire, smoke, and sharp teeth. Alright, and then I think I want to have Natalie cast a Purify this turn, so we can get rid of that Doom effect on Lance. And now what do I want to do? I think I want to start focusing my attacks on the upper head, actually, before going for anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a legend on, I believe it says his name is Abyss. And I'm doing this for good reason, and you'll see why when we get to it. Boy, that thing is decreasing our defense fast. Let's keep our regular defenses up to prevent anything bad from happening. And then the last scan, Abyss, the one we just attacked, attacks with dark and poison magic. So, my advice for this fight, I would recommend starting out by going after the the 2 attacker heads, because your stats should be high enough to progressively deal damage to them, despite Caesar's being mainly the support head. I'd recommend on epic difficulty saving the support head for last, and that is because the support head, I believe, is weak to poison. Poison healed this head up here, and poison does nothing to the middle head. So because of that, it is highly recommended by me that you solely focus on starting with attacking this head up here. So let's go ahead and get started with, what do I want to attack with? This thing is weak to Holy and Thunder attacks. So let's go ahead and bless Natalie. Well, actually, as I'm thinking about it, I'm questioning if it's truly a good idea to... Really? The one turn I choose to buff Natalie's magic attack, she gets stunned. Alright, that's fine. I want to focus my attacks on the upper head up here. So we should be progressively dealing damage as long as we occasionally deal with any of the debuffs. Alright, let's get back up the regen. And then... one more legend, let's say. And then I'll go ahead and get the regular defense back up. Let's see how strong a regular unload will do to Abyss. Because I get the feeling that that'll at least deal some pretty good damage. And it did. Okay. Oh, that heals all 3, okay. Then why don't we get a Purify casted to deal with that. Actually, let's get our magic defense back up, because magic defense is now down. So let's for now focus this turn towards getting our defenses back up. And then I will have... Can any of these guys be siphoned? That should be my next question. Nope, they're all immune to being siphoned. So let's just keep focusing our attacks on Abyss. Crispy. Okay, oh boy, they're casting a regen now. This is an example of an instance where having Dispel will be really useful here if you're going with my strategy, in which you'll probably want to go with my strategy, for sure. And I keep having to focus towards more support-based abilities. How about instead, I have Lance cast Medpack to deal with the high poison damage that Natalie has to keep dealing with, and then cast Judgment over here on Abyss. So that deals some pretty high level damage. And oh, its accuracy down. We just dodged that. Okay. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering where some of those more random attacks are coming from, that's based on the maxed out clothing that some of our characters are wearing. So those tank attacks are coming from Lance's gear and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to have Natalie cast Judgment. Because that deals some high damage. Actually, I probably should have casted Fright first, but oh well. I'm just trying to focus all out at the moment on dealing some high damage to Abyss. Because I would like Abyss and Blaze to be the first 2 to go down. That is a fact. So I'm focusing all of my attacks towards Abyss right now. Because I think not only does will this affect like how the fight plays out, but I think like also like the kind of backup that gets summoned once you start getting to some of the few remaining heads. So we really want to make sure we keep our stats well high. And then one more turn of all-out attacking, I'd say, then I'll focus towards doing some more stat buffing. So another Plasma Cross on Abyss. Oh dear. Yeah, that's probably another reason why I want to go for him first, because he has the instant death attack that has a slight chance of doing that. Alright, let's focus this turn towards getting our defenses up. Then I'm gonna have Lance focus this turn towards casting a med pack to deal with his poison damage, and now he has the Doom status effect, right as I cast med pack that turn. Okay, that's okay. So I'm just gonna cast the Slime Bunny one more time. Then I need to continue unleashing attacks on Abyss to make sure his health keeps going down. So I got an idea. How about instead of just regular attacks, maybe I consider... nah, forget about it. Let's just keep focusing all out on regular attacks. I want to cast another unload... No, let's do another Plasma Cross. Okay, it's focusing towards the stat buffs now, so let's cast a Dispel. And then let's cast a Judgment on Abyss. And then why not, while we're still okay, prepare a med pack for Lance? Because Lance could really... I don't want Lance dying. Of course, right as I do that, he gets hit by another Doom status effect. And then, what keeps lowering Natalie's defense? That's what I want to know. But yeah, just focus all of your attacks on Abyss, regardless of what happens. So actually, let's have Lance focus this turn towards lowering its defense. Well, I don't know. Why don't we lower its defenses? So that way Lance's legend move can deal more damage to it. Okay, we got that underway. And then... let's have Natalie start going a bit back towards support, since we're focusing on more on regular attacks at the moment rather than other stuff. So its defenses are down. So I'm gonna go ahead and utilize some regular attacks while its regular defense is down. So that means I'm gonna, of course, have Lance use his unload to deal some massive damage. Casting that again. Alright, which isn't that... if you look carefully, you can see that its health is dropping, which means that we're doing good. Now I'm gonna need to focus a turn here towards getting rid of that status effect on Lance, otherwise he's gonna die next turn. And then, why don't we get... let's cast another Judgment on Abyss. We're dealing good damage right now. Then every time I get Cure the Doom, he always gets it back up. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. As long as you keep dispelling their buffs so that prevent them from being able to regenerate too much, and as long as you keep your buffs up, most specifically the regen, you should be good. So why don't we at this time prepare another blessing for Natalie. Actually, no, let's focus this turn towards getting the barrier back up. Just so we don't take too high of magic damage. And then cast a Plasma Cross on Abyss. Okay, and then I think I'd like to focus this turn towards some more support stuff. Dispel them, have Natalie go ahead and purify everyone because Matt's highly poisoned and Lance has the Doom effect, which I don't want. And just keep focusing as much as possible on attacking Abyss. And they really like using that ability. And then, excuse me, how many of us are stunned right now? I'm actually not happy with that. I think I'm actually going to use a Garlic to, cure Natalie so she can cast Purify, because I am not exactly happy with that. Alright, and let's unleash another Plasma Cross. We gotta keep making sure we attack Abyss. Otherwise, Abyss will just keep coming back up to full health, which we obviously don't want. Their attacks are also really lowering our defenses, so I think defense buffs at this point in the fight aren't going to be all that useful. So why don't we go ahead and just focus all out on specifically attacking. That seems to be the only way we'll get anywhere in this fight, is by focusing all out on more attack and less towards defense. So as long as they have those buffs, we won't be getting anywhere. So we're just gonna focus all out for now on attacking Abyss, just so we can get somewhere with this fight. Except now, Natalie is running low on stats, so I may have to focus one of my characters towards something else. And we're dispelled, or at least Matt is. So let's go ahead and get the Regen Bunny back up. I'm gonna have Matt actually focus his turn towards getting some of Natalie's NP back up. And I'm gonna keep having Lance shoot down Abyss, because his Plasma Cross is actually dealing pretty good damage to Abyss. That's some high-level poison damage, so let's have Natalie cast a Purify. Get rid of any debuffs. And then I'm gonna oh, wait, no, I need to dispel this turn in. Bug in my room.